Hi guys, Steve Girardi here. Welcome to Steve's Strings. Today I have another unboxing video for you. Today I'll be looking at the Horse HAG-1 acoustic guitar. So let's get started. Okay, so here we have the case. Before I dive into the case, let's go ahead and see the things that came here with it, shall we? First of all, we can see that it came with a good-sized shoulder strap. It came with an extra set of strings. It came with its own capo or capo. I'm not even sure what this is. It's some little rubber thing. I'll have to figure out what that thing is. It came with a Joyo branded tuner, and it came with a cleaning cloth with the brand name Camise on it, along with a few picks. And it looks like it's got 3 or 4 picks there. 4 picks, I guess. Well, so again, looks like it comes with the typical kinds of things you see these days with an instrument. Let's go ahead and look at this gig bag. The gig bag, as you can see, is this sort of gray fabric material. The handle on this, I should say, is padded, and it has sort of that mesh material underneath. That is very, very comfortable. You can see it does have 2 shoulder straps on the back that I rather like. All right? And again, the material is fairly sturdy. You can see it does have the Horse branded, the logo here, stitched into the front with a fairly wide, if not very deep, pocket here in the front. So you could certainly put your sheet music and things in there, but I don't know if things of much depth would fit in there. Before we look at the instrument, let's go ahead and look at the inside of the gig bag. On the inside of the gig bag, you can see it has this little loop here so you can secure the neck. You can also see that it has this sort of satiny, sort of nylon material or polyester, whatever it is, on the inside. Here where the tuners go, it has this thicker material because you're bound to get some friction there. Although you do not see that. You do not see that here where the bridge goes. So now let's look at the instrument. Alrighty. So again, this does have a truss rod, so the Allen key to adjust the truss rod comes with it. Okay, you can see that it has the Horse logo inlaid here on the headstock, along with this sort of a wave shape there on the headstock as well. Again, these tuners look like they're just sort of, oh, that's interesting. The tuners are sort of like a black, shiny material. As I understand it, these are 18:1 gear ratio tuning machines. All right, and let's take this off. Okay, let me sit back here so you can get take the whole thing in. Okay, let's go ahead and take the paper off the strings. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the instrument. Let's start off with the headstock. All right, here in the headstock, you can see that it has a silk-screened Horse logo on the headstock, and you can see that the headstock does have a veneer on it. The neck is described as okume. I'm not sure what this laminate or veneer is on the headstock, but it's certainly a dark color. You can see it has these dark tuning machines here, which I see are described in the nomenclature as an 18:1 gear ratio. You can see it has this nice sort of wave shape on the headstock, which I rather like. From looking at the nut here, you can see this is not a bone nut, it is black plastic, and it has a very interesting shape to it. And I'll try to bring this in here to the camera so you can see the shape of this. It's not just a flat topped nut. it has sort of these high ridges where the grooves are then set into it, which is kind of interesting. I really haven't seen that before. So hopefully you can see that rather unique shape there to the head or to the nut. Right. Also, you can see here that it has sort of a dark stain to the body. This is described in the nomenclature as being a spruce top with mahogany back and sides, although at another place in the description on Amazon it says that the back and sides are sapele. So is this sapele or mahogany? I'm not sure. It does have a matte finish though. Let's go back and finish looking here at the neck. Alright, so from looking at the neck, you can see here it's a dark wood, and I will see if I can figure out what that wood is, and I will put the description up. The fretboard is a bound fretboard. It has the sort of basic position markers here in the face, except for the 12th fret, which has the horse logo, which is inlaid. So these are all inlays on the fretboard. On the player's side, you can see that there are also position markers there on the player's side as well. This instrument does come with black strap buttons. All right. And again, there's the back. And you can see it does have this binding that goes around the top and bottom on the sides, along with some nice sort of detailed purfling there as well. Yeah, that looks very nice. Yeah, so it has the white line of purfling along with the binding on the top and bottom, and then the same on the face. From looking here at the soundboard, what it looks like it is like an abalone inlay, but it is not. That is like a decal or sticker, but again, it looks quite nice just the same. The bridge here, I'll have to check and see what that bridge is made out of. It's a very dark wood, like a rosewood or probably a rosewood, but I'll have to check to make sure. The description on Amazon says it has a bone saddle, but plainly it is not. You can see here that the saddle is a compensated black plastic to go with these black plastic pins that go in the bridge, or bridge pins. From looking at the inside, I can see that it has the traditional X bracing inside, which I think you can see there. It also has notched kerfing on the inside, and from looking at it, it looks very neat and tidy without any squeeze out or things like this. So let me go ahead and look at the finish on this. And again, this has a satin finish, and I'm not seeing any pooling, a finish, as you wouldn't expect. There are no scratches or dents or dings. Yeah, this looks nice. Yeah, the finish on this is very, very nice. I did mention here on the neck, again, it's a bound fretboard, and there are no sharp edges there at all. And you can see it has actually, I don't think these are quite jumbo frets, but they're pretty good size frets on the neck there. So let me go ahead and tune this up, and we'll give you a quick sound sample today. Alrighty, I've readjusted the camera angle to kind of get the guitar in view better. Let me go over again once more briefly, and then we'll go ahead and do the sound sample of this. Again, this has a veneer, a dark veneer of wood on the headstock with a silk screened horse logo with these sort of dark colored tuners, again 18:1 gear ratio. This has what appears to be a plastic nut. And again, you can see here, there's a string sticking up because as I was bringing this to pitch, the E string popped just as it was getting to E. So good thing it came with an extra set of strings. Again, this fretboard is a bound fretboard, very smooth. This has some really nice binding and purfling along the top there and sides. Again, really nice flat finish there to the body. Again, the back and sides is either sapele, which is similar to mahogany, or mahogany. Both of those are actually listed on the description, so I'm not sure which it is. The soundboard is described as spruce. They don't say solid spruce, so I'm presuming that it is in fact a laminate as well. So I've gone ahead and brought this up to pitch now, and so let's hear what it sounds like. It has a nice long sustain. Good sustain. Let's go ahead and listen to each of the notes. So as I was tuning this up, I went ahead and I checked intonation, and I found that when I go ahead and fret at the 12th fret, the 3rd through the 6th strings are a little bit sharp. And I should say that it does have a compensated saddle, but even with that saddle compensation, it was just the B and the E strings that were dead on. The others were slightly sharp. Since this is a beginner instrument, that may not make a difference, because most beginners are going to be up here on this end of the fretboard and not down here in spite of the cutaway. Though that said, it is nice having this cutaway, so if folks want to get up there and practice some shredding, they can do that. So let's go ahead and do some chord progressions here, and again, you get to see what it sounds like for this kind of first glimpse. Good sustain. So there you go, some chord progressions. As you can see, I am not an expert guitar player. I'm really more of an ukulele player and a beginner guitar player. But this is all right. So there you have it, the first looks at the Horse HAG-1 guitar. Again, this has a laminate spruce top, either sapele or mahogany back and sides, what appears to be a plastic nut and saddle. Right now in August of 2020, these are retailing on Amazon at $119.19. So for an instrument with some fairly decent build quality, this looks like this may not be a bad choice for an entry-level guitar player. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and play around with this for the next couple weeks and get a chance to really get a better sense for it, and I'll come back and give you a full review. But hopefully today you've got sort of a first glimpse, first looks at this instrument. If any of you guys have already played this before, have experience with this, I'd like to hear your experience with it. Again, I hope you found this unboxing video useful, and thanks for watching.